I don't know really. I'd probably say maybe coming in every day and working with the lads. I think they're a great bunch, probably as good a bunch of lads as I've played with, and it's an enjoyable place to come in and work every day. Hello Jaden, thank you for the support, and hopefully we can reward you with something good at the end of the season. My best goal would probably be the Stevenage away, I think, with my left foot, the half volley at the end. Purely for maybe feeling would maybe be the Notts County one, just with the obviously last kick of the game I think it was, to get the winner, and obviously playing with 10 men as well for so long, so between those two probably, but I think for best goal I'd probably say Stevenage away.
You play a bit of football, don't you?
Do I? I'm the best manager out of all the playing staff. I'm footy manager. For the German league, I don't know. I mean, I like the regens on it, so I don't really sign players to like 2 or 3 seasons in. I like the regens, like the fake players that aren't real. I'm a good scout on there. I sit next to Lee, and he's a shocking scout. He's terrible on it. He's been sacked a few times and he's struggling, but I'd probably say for German league, depending on who he is, maybe Werner at Leipzig's a good player on it, but you need some cash if you want to sign him.
And who do you play on this?
Well, I was here in Wien, in the Dutch league, and I won a lot of trophies there, and I actually had a stadium named after me on it, the Nicky Law Stadium I think it was called, and the lads were getting angry. They said it was too easy a game, so I had to leave, and I went to the Bundesliga 2, so I'm St. Pauli now, St. Pauli in Bundesliga 2, but they're promoted now and we're in the Bundesliga, so I'm hoping to rectify that, get another stadium named after me, and I might get some respect from the boys on the bus, so hopefully I'll do it. Nah, I'm not really a prankster in the changing room. It's got pretty bad in there towards the end of last season with the pranks, and a few boys were getting angry and things like that. Some gear was getting hung up. A few of the boys didn't really take to it too well, but a lot of that was to do with Haram and Kane and people like that who aren't really here now, so the pranks are down at the moment this year. Yeah, so some angry guys in there, so people don't really want to prank each other at the moment, but myself personally, I don't get in on the pranks and that. I do like the black and red one. It'd be nice to wear that more. But I like all the 3 kits are pretty nice, to be fair. I like the yellow one when it came out as well, but I think maybe because we wear it quite a lot, maybe I'm getting bored of it.
There's no notion wearing bright kits, it's easy to pick up your own players than maybe a dark kit.
Yeah, maybe. It's better for me. I have terrible eyesight. I'm supposed to wear contacts, but the lady said that I was the only guy she'd ever let leave the opticians without putting their contacts in. I went for a full box of them and I just couldn't put them in my eyes, so I wanted to get some Edgar David glasses or something, I think, in the future, but no, the bright kit's is good for me. I can see a little bit better in them. Yeah, it's fantastic. Obviously one of my best days so far in my career was obviously scoring that winning penalty against them in the semi-final. It kind of had the feeling of maybe similar to maybe winning the cup. I know we went on to lose in the final actually, but the actual day and that moment was, yeah, it felt like we'd won the cup there and then. It was had that kind of feeling to it. It was a huge game. Obviously, maybe the second time they'd played each other since Rangers got demoted, obviously, to the bottom of the table, and it kind of felt like the first time that we could maybe match them in a game. So I think we should have won that game actually in normal time. We were the far the better side on that day. So yeah, it was kind of the first time they'd beat Celtic in maybe 3 or 4 years. So it was a big game, a big win. Because obviously I played with some really good players when I was younger. Carl Walker obviously is an unbelievable player now for Man City. Played with him. I've always said when I've asked this question before, the best player I probably played with is no longer with us, probably Gary Speed at Sheffield United. I think he was 37, 38 when he came to the club, and probably still the fittest player at the club at that point. Fantastic professional, great guy. Obviously went on into management after that, and you could see why, because of how helpful he was to me, obviously as a young guy, and all the young lads coming in at training with the club at that point, and obviously a fantastic player as well, unbelievable career, which kind of speaks for itself. So yeah, I always say Gary Speed when they say that. Eric Cantona was my hero, obviously a big Man United fan. Obsessed with Man United from a young age, and he was always my hero. Any shirts I had and things like that were always 7 on the back, Eric Cantona, so I'd say him.
There's a few Manchester United fans within Exeter dressing rooms. Nicky Jose also, and Matt Taylor, the manager.
Yeah, Dino's a Man U fan. MJ says he is, but I'm not sure he likes football that much, to be honest. So yeah, there's a few of us. We're hurting at the moment, but we'll be back. Eric Cantona, obviously. I'd say 3 Man U players, but I don't want the abuse, so Eric Cantona, LeBron James. I like my basketball, I'm a Lakers fan. Lee Martin, just for a laugh, you know.
And what would you cook?
And I'd cook steak and chips because it's Lee's favourite. Even though he says he's a vegan, but he ain't. Everybody says this to me. Whenever I walk into a ground, home or away, anyone with a camera, they always say, "Why do you always run the wrong way?" I don't know. My celebrations are terrible, but I just seem to run maybe in the direction that I've seen it going in, and it's just pot luck. It's not on purpose. It's just maybe the way I go. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, quite a lot. One on the back of my leg, just a little one. Obviously both arms. Some on my back. One on my side there. I think that's it. Lee thinks he's a comedian, but he is quite funny. Who thinks they're funny? A few think they're funny. Who thinks that? Yeah, Jakey's quite funny. Who thinks they're funny?
Marks.
I said that, but he can be quite funny, can't he? Who's not funny? Bowman?
He's definitely not funny.
Ryan Bowman is not funny now. He's not all with it, is he? He's not quite there, right? Yeah, my mum, my grands do as well. That's about it. No one else, no. I won't let anyone else.
Is that when you're in trouble or just generally?
Definitely when I'm in trouble, yeah, or when I was in trouble. But now it's just general. My mum hates it if anyone calls me anything but Nicholas. Call it Messi. He's obviously, for me, the best player ever, and to play with him would make me look a lot better than I do now. Kitchen utensil? I don't know.
No question happened.
Well, as I say, I like to assist people, so...
Spatula?
Spatula? I was going to say that, maybe... Yeah, I don't know, it's a tough one. I'd like to see Archie answer this one. I enjoyed his question and answer last week. I'm sure he'd have an interesting answer for that one. My middle name is Alexander, which I've never forgiven my mum for. But no, it'd be nice, obviously, to be called that. But no, I appreciate obviously all the support I get from the fans, and when they call me that, it's obviously appreciated. But no, it's Alexander. Yeah, well, we just seen them both, didn't we? Probably Johnny, I'd say, is definitely thicker, isn't it? Well, both good beards though. You have to say they're strong beards, both of them. But go with Johnny just purely on length. How do I feel about it? Yeah, that'd be good. What, full name?
It'd have to be, wouldn't it?
Law as the middle name?
Yeah, Nicholas Law or something, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great. If they do that, then get in touch and let me know. It'd be yeah, it'd be great. Yeah, I did. Obviously, an unbelievable and proud moment to represent such a big club. My 3 years there were plenty of up and downs. It was a very difficult time, obviously, for the club at that point. So much turmoil as well. It was probably as difficult a time as you could get maybe to play for Rangers. I think at that point it was very tough. A lot of anger on and off the pitch. It was a difficult time. But yeah, as I say, as size a club and to play in front of that fan base and following every week it was unbelievable, and I'm very proud to be able to say when I finished my career, obviously it was something that I did. Everybody knows who St. Pauli is now. Yeah, they're Bundesliga 2, you probably wouldn't know much about them, but if I was the manager of them, you maybe know a bit more about them. He knows, Swedes knows, that's all that matters. Someone asked me this earlier because I think they'd maybe been looking at the questions, and we did say steak and chips. I think it was Lee who said it because he loves it, but I had steak last night actually, so definitely steak and chips. I should say with veg, but probably not. How many what?
How many tins of beans do you reckon a lion could eat in one sitting?
A lion? Like a full-grown lion or a cub?
Yeah, full grown, yeah.
A lot.
And it's cud rather than with one, I suppose.
Yeah, I'd say 1 million. Yeah, I don't mind mine. If I could have one like Johnny, I guess I would, but if mine gets too long, it starts going curly, and I don't like that. So I guess if I could do it, I would, yeah, but I don't mind mine. Obviously this length, maybe a bit shorter. My girlfriend doesn't like it. Any length, I don't think, but I don't look well when I haven't got a beard. Oh, Lee Martin. On any day, I would say. If I said anyone else, he'd kill me, but no. Lee Martin definitely, but all the lads are great. Get on with everyone. We've got a good group of lads, but yeah, definitely Lee. Probably my second favourite number behind 7. When I came, 7 was taken. I think maybe Ryan Harley had it, so I had to take 8, and obviously Ryan left, and then Lee took 7. So maybe change it in the future. I think Lee would quite like to go to 11. I think he offered Randell some money to take 11, and Randell refused. He didn't want to give it up, so probably the treble, Man U, 99. The Bayern Munich, that last 5 minutes where obviously they were losing 1-0, 1-2-1. I can remember obviously watching it even now. But yeah, to swap and be maybe one of those people for that last 5 minutes for Man U, obviously I'd probably go with that. I'd be Solskjaer, yeah. Maybe the challenge of trying to get promoted. Obviously with Exeter, I think had some options maybe in the league above at that point, but I felt maybe that they weren't going to be challenging towards the top end of that table, and it would have been easy for me to maybe go and stay in League One just for the sake of saying I'm playing in League One, or to come down here and obviously challenge myself and try and help and getting the team up into League One anyway. And obviously fell a little bit short last year, but we're doing well this year. Hopefully we can go on better. And I think coming down, I met the manager, spent a full day down here really with my family. the manager showed me not just obviously the facilities, took me into town, and that played a big part. I think it was great. It's not something obviously that a lot of managers would do, and I think he recognised that it was a big move in terms of distance to obviously uproot my family and move them down here. But it's a decision that I feel has worked out well. Thoroughly enjoying my time here. Fans have been brilliant with me. As I say, met some really good teammates, and yeah, we're doing well. I'm enjoying it, and hopefully at some point, maybe before I no longer play for Exeter or something, then definitely hopefully leave with some good moments in the history of the club, hopefully with a promotion or two. Probably how laid back it is. I'm quite a laid back character myself, maybe too laid back for some people, but yeah, so it seems to be quite a chilled, laid back place, and kind of suits my style. Yeah, great. I always think it's difficult for the home fans here because of where we are. Maybe a lot of teams don't bring a big away support, and sometimes that helps atmospheres with obviously bouncing off each other with the away, a bit of banter and things like that, but they're fantastic. One thing I always say about the fans here is that they never get on your back. They're so encouraging, and they do. That's a big thing. I think it can get difficult when you're in difficult moments and crowds are on your back as well. You can maybe see some people maybe go into their shell a little bit, and it becomes a difficult place to play, but I've always said that never seems to happen here. Obviously, an example, maybe 3-0 down to Walsall earlier in the season, it would have been very easy for the fans to turn and start moaning and things like that, but they didn't. And I think that played a big part that day in us getting back in the game and obviously drawing. So, the atmosphere is good. It's a very positive atmosphere, which is what I would say. And you can also, when fans do bring the big crowds, you look at the Plymouth game, MK Dons, where the atmosphere is brilliant. So, nothing but good things to say.